Alright guys, it's been a while since I've done a Warlock build, so I figured today was the day. This is my Divine Supporter build. Starting off, you're going to be running Middle Tree Dawnblade, also known as Well of Radiance. But the main perk that we're going to be taking advantage of here today is Benevolent Dawn. Whenever you heal or empower allies, it regenerates your grenade, melee, and rift energy, which you're going to be buffing like non-stop and empowering allies, so it's just going to be really nice. Guiding Flame, of course, whenever you melee, you're going to burn them, but also empower yourself and nearby allies, so you're going to be giving that empowering buff, but also getting back your melee grenade and rift ability. If you don't already have them, you're going to get extra energy for them. And then Divine Protection, whenever you convert your grenade into a blessing, it will heal your allies that pick it up and also give them an overshield. Again, you're going to be then healing slash buffing them, which is going to feed right back into Benevolent Dawn. And then for your grenade, I personally like to run Solar Grenade. You don't have to. I can understand if you want to run Firebolt so that you can throw out more overshields a lot quicker. But I like running Solar Grenade because then you have the destructive capability of the actual grenade along with the healing that you can overcharge and convert into a overshield for people. Your Rift ability can be healing or empowering. It depends on you, but my rule of thumb is if I'm doing harder contest, like a contest modifier on a raid or a Grandmaster Nightfall or sometimes even a Master Nightfall, I'll run healing just to give my teammates that extra support. And I'll get to it in a second, but the exotics that you're going to be running will make the Healing Rift even better to use in that high level content. Empowering Rift is just a really nice way, though, to be making sure everyone has a damage buff and is putting out the most DPS they can possibly be doing. Your jump, I say the only thing you can run is Burst Glide because I am a Titan main and always will be. I'm a Titan at heart, and that's the closest I can get to keeping a regular jump that's not absolute trash because Warlocks have the worst jump, just saying. Anyways, going into the exotic weapon you're going to be using, it's Lumina. I know a lot of people kind of have mixed feelings about this gun, but I personally absolutely love it, and for this build, it is great at what it does. So the intrinsic trait, whenever you kill someone with the weapon, it leaves behind remnants, which then, if you're close enough, will track to you. Whenever you absorb them, it converts your next hip-fired shot into a ally-seeking noble round, and also partially refills the mag. What that noble round does is you shoot it at a ally, it heals them and grants both you and them a weapon damage bonus for a short duration. So it's kind of like having a mini burst healing and empowering rift that you can shoot at teammates if they are not right on top of you for your rift bonus to make sure that they can get back to safety. The secondary weapon that I like to use is Cartesian with Thresh, just so that you can get that extra super energy back so that you have Well of Radiance all the time. You can just constantly be trying to drop those as fast as you can so that your teammates have that extra buff and healing so that you can just wipe out areas so much more efficiently. And Feeding Frenzy, I think, is just a really nice perk to have. Or if you'd prefer, you can run a Vorpal with Boss Spec Cartesian because that will give you more boss damage depending on the activity that you're doing. And then finally, the heavy weapon I like to use is Hezen's Vengeance with Impulse Amplifier and Cluster Bombs and Boss Spec, just because it does really nice damage. Cluster Bombs works for nearby adds as well. And on to the armor mods. For your helmet, we have a Solar Affinity. You're going to be running Well of Ordnance, so picking up a Solar Elemental Well grants you additional grenade energy. And then ashes to assets, so whenever you choose to actually throw out your grenade for damage rather than an overshield or healing, you're getting that extra super energy, getting your well of radiance even faster. And I run double of those. On your gauntlets, solar affinity again with bountiful wells, so every time that you create a well with either your grenade or melee, which I will show you in just a second here, you're going to be getting 2 wells instead of just 1, so you're going to be getting extra grenade energy from bountiful wells, on top of the fact that you're also going to be getting the benefit of the wells just giving you extra energy for your grenade or your melee and rift. And then impact induction, so whenever you cause damage with your melee attack, it also reduces your grenade cooldown. I know a lot of people like to use the stasis Kickstarter mods, but since I need the solar affinity for this particular armor piece, that's kind of what I had to run with. The chest piece, I run the elemental affinity for this one, doesn't really matter, but I run melee wellmaker with concussive dampener because AoE is just the death of me, and thermoshock plating because it's nice to just have dual resistance for both solar and arc. Boots the Assembler. So this is what I was getting to with the combination of Lumina and always having your rift going. Whenever you're standing in a healing rift, it creates noble seekers that seek out allies that are not in your rift. So if they're like running away from something and they need healing, it gives them that extra little chance to make sure that they actually get to you. This also does work with Well of Radiance. It's not just your basic rift. Standing in an empowering rift creates the damage bonus that can seek out. So if they're far away and you kind of have like a gap in between you, you can drop your rift and it will send out a seeker that will give them a damage boost even though you're not right next to them. And it also does this without you having to even think about it. So it's not like you have to be focused on this, it's just a very passive thing. And each time one of those Noble Seekers finds one of your allies, it increases the duration of your rift. So it lasts longer, and since you're buffing your allies, you're going to be getting your grenade, melee, and rift back even sooner. So more than likely, you're never going to be without a rift available. But for the mods, Elemental Ordnance, as I said, so when you throw out your grenade, take someone out, you end up with 2 solar elemental wells at least, and then you get more grenade energy, melee, and rift. Absolution for anytime you pick up an orb of power, reduce all ability cooldowns, might as well, and better already, so your health regens immediately after picking up an orb of power. And lastly but not least, your bond run Font of Wisdom, so when you're picking up all those solar wells, you're getting maxed out intellect so that you get your Well of Radiance even faster. And utility kickstart, because I run stasis for the bond. That way, again, you use your rift fully expended, and kickstart kicks it right back up. And while your Boots the Assembler is giving you extra time for your rift, you're going to be getting it back well before you, or you're going to get your rift back well before the rift actually, or your current one, goes away. The Destiny I chose was kind of a angelic, celestial, like divine look for this. So I went with the celestial cover, the Lux gauntlets, celestial robes. There wasn't an ornament that I found that I liked for Boots the Assembler quite yet, and Phoenix Fire for the bond. The shader on all of them is Gunmetal Marigold. And just so that you have a quick little demonstration, run in here, you can drop your rift. I am bad and missed. Pop a couple heads, throw out your grenade. There's your 2 wells. Drop on down here, get that melee off. Already picked up the 2 wells and got my grenade back. Almost have my rift back. Throw that out. And then I don't have any allies with me, but you can send out the noble rounds from Lumina as well. And whenever you take out a target, you're going to always be refilling your mags, so you almost never have to reload as well. So that has been my Divine Supporter build for solar-based Warlocks. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.